What's up, YouTube? It's your friendly neighborhood GM, your host, Coach Heat, and welcome back to Legends and Dice Cafe, where we learn about tabletop RPGs from old school to modern and do lots and lots of solo gameplay. Back with my weekly video like I do on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And today's video is going to be a solo playthrough of 5 Leagues from the Borderlands. It is a solo and co-op adventure war game. I liked 5 Parsecs from Home so much that I ended up grabbing this. I am currently on my campaign turn number 2, so I'm going to share with you a little bit of gameplay. As always, don't forget to make sure you hit that thumbs up button so YouTube will push it out to more and more people. And if you're interested in further supporting the channel, hop on over to Patreon and subscribe to Legends and Dice Cafe. If you're interested in joining a game with me, all of my games are on startplayinggames.com, and I host a free one-shot every month, and this month is going to be Basin. Next month, I'm not exactly sure. I was debating between Cairn 2nd edition or Mothership. So if you have a suggestion, drop it in the comments. All the one-shots, I post them inside of my Discord community, and if you're going to join a game, you have to be a part of the Discord community anyway, because that's what we'll use for our voice app and for text. I'll post all those links inside the description, and without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into some gameplay of some 5 Leagues from the Borderlands. Let's get it. We're going to play some 5 Leagues from the Borderland. I'm on campaign turn 2. If you have played 5 Parsecs from Home, then you're already familiar with how the campaign turns work. You do some activities before your battle, then you do your battle, and then you do your post activities. I'm still learning. I did my first battle a few weeks ago, and 2 of my guys passed away. So I don't know how it works, because at 5 Parsecs from Home, I lost a guy in a battle, and I sent one of during my pre-activities, during the activities before my battle, I sent one of my crew members out to recruit someone, and that's how we filled that spot that was empty. So I'm not sure how to do it this time around, but I have an idea how to kind of play it into the story. This is your character sheet, your Warband roster sheet. You have 6 different characters, and one of these days we'll go into some character creation. The name of my warband is called the Skeleton Key, and the region that we are currently exploring and venturing into is called Tuliku. You have gold marks, which is your money, I'm pretty sure, and then you have story points that you can use for different things. I've got my equipment stashed right here as well. I've got a human mystic. His name is Yave. This one right here is Amari, and it is a feral outsider. Then this one is Milo. It says Duskling outsider. And then I've got Dread, which is a human former soldier. And this is the current map. This is not how you want to start your map out with, because along the way you find hidden locations, unexplored locations, and you're gonna kind of build the map as you play along. But I got a little ahead of myself. Shouts out to everyone on the live who helped me to create the names of the different places on my awesome map. I still have been using this map, but I think that I'll probably redo it and again leave room for growth in my world. I'm currently in Kyosha town. Campaign 1, we started here. Our first campaign turn, there were some individuals, some bandits causing trouble in this town right here. So our goal was to kind of weaken the enemy forces. So what I did was I traveled over into their camp. Okay, so the goal was for me to kind of ambush them and then take them out like that. And clearly didn't work like that, because 2 of them ended up passing away and we had to flee. So I earned nothing from that because we didn't accomplish our mission. And it does tell you what type of miniatures to use are best used for this. I do my battles, and even when 5 Parsecs from Home, I use my grid, I use my ruler as well. So these are my warband right here. This one right here is Doctor Strange from a Marvel zombie set, just using what I have. So this is my mystic, my human mystic right here. This is one of my Dusklings. This is another one of the Dusklings, and this is the former soldier, which is Hulk. So this is my warband crew at the current moment. Oh, and this is how I was going to tie it into the story. Recruiting new members. We do know that this town right here, these people are for us and they support us. In turn, we protect them, even though we didn't do the best job when we had to run from the camp. But anyway, we tried our best. In the very first campaign turn, characters can actually set out and do different activities. So one of the activities that I did was I ended up running into a pilgrim from Kiosha. So we've got to connect there. So I was thinking maybe this pilgrim, his name is Jeb. I was thinking maybe Jeb maybe he knows of some people looking to join a crew or looking to just kind of support and protect Kiosha. And then you also have a campaign tracking sheet, which is super awesome. So I've got my friends know, which that is the pilgrim that I met or that we met named Jeb. And we're currently in Kiosha and the locals are on our side. We have established useful connects so far. We've got a spot for hidden locations and quest. The post activities, the resolution at the end of after your battle stage, one of the things that we did was we gained a quest. All right, so during our resolution stage, which is after the battle, one of the things we gained was a place. We were to place a location in the wilderness. If I travel there within the next 2 campaign turns, then we get a quest. So I wasn't going to do that this campaign turn. At the current moment, I've already started my campaign 2 and I'm staying in Kiosha, but I was thinking the next time around I would travel to this location in the wilderness and we'll put a little dot on the map so we can figure out. I was thinking maybe it would be right here in the Mori Forest or maybe over here in Tenjin Forest. Yeah, maybe I'll go to Tenjin Forest. So I'll put a little dot out there. And the next thing that happened in the resolution stage was we saw something in the distance and we are to add an unexplored location. So this will be the location that we will travel to in campaign turn 3. So then, and we'll figure what that quest is or what that quest is and what that location is about. And now the other thing was we saw something in the distance. So I'm gonna say maybe in the distance, maybe over here possibly. Maybe we were looking with some binoculars. I don't know. Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna have to do a new map. So I'm gonna put this location over here. This is what we saw in the distance. And this is going to be an unexplored location. So far we've got plenty of places to travel and venture to. At the current moment, like I said, we're going to stay right here in Kiosha, just in case those people who were out to get us, maybe they're patrolling around here. So we're just going to kind of lay low at the current moment. And again, on the next campaign turn, we're going to travel here. So let's see where I left off at. So I left off here at campaign activities. The Warband can take 2 campaign activities. At the current moment, we're in a settlement and you see this is section out. We've got camp only, settlements, settlement and camp. I don't know, what should we do? You got a little bit more options right here than you do in 5 parsecs from home. Oh, recruit, here we go. So this is what we'll do right here. One of them we're gonna recruit. I think we're going to have to probably, I wonder, can you do twice? Character can only contribute to 1 campaign activity proficiency test per turn. So we're gonna do this right here. We're gonna recruit some people because again, we lost 2. So we're gonna do recruiting. That's going to be the first activity, and I don't see anything on here that says that we can't do it twice. Maybe we can do both campaign activities to set out for recruiting. Oh, it costs 1 gold mark. Let me see how many. All right, cool. So we've got 5 gold marks. So let's see. There are always travelers and mercenaries looking for a job. So again, we can still tie it in. Jeb can also be the one who is, it can still be the one who is connecting us with these recruits. He knows of some people. So there are always travelers and mercenaries looking for a job. So we're going to pay 1 gold mark and we're going to make a 7+ leadership test. It's a -1 in a hamlet, a +1 in a town. If you succeed, you may add a new warband character. All right, so what it's going to be is it's going to be a proficiency test. So we're going to roll 2d6 and we want to hit a 7+. We also get to add a +1 to our roll and we're going to pay that gold mark. So we're able to recruit a member. I'm going to do this again. So I'm going to set back out in Kiosha to locate another crew member. So far we've gained 1. So maybe with the next session we can do character creation and then continue forward with our game. So we got a 5 and a 6. So we're able to recruit two new members that I'll add onto my crew. Just like 5 parsecs from home, it walks you through every single thing. It walks you through each step, and on page 90 it has an actual layout of how you do it. You do your preparation stage, then you have your adventuring stage, and then your resolution stage. So this is handy dandy in the back. So we've done our 2 campaign activities. We're able to recruit 2 new people, and let me lower my gold marks. But I think it's definitely worth it. So this was step 3. Now we're going to go to step 4. And since we started out on step 3 in this one, I already know it right here is the very beginning of this section right here. So if you are you are in a town if you are currently in the same map area as any settlement. You are in a camp if you are in the same map area that has no settlement, or you are in the wilderness. So once you establish where you are, or you have the ability to travel as well, then you would go to local events, which is step 1. Go ahead and give yourself a good roll, and then the next step will be step 2. So during this step, you manage the finances of your warband as well as track the recovery of those injured in battle. Both the upkeep costs and healing campaign activities must be performed. So your warband has many associated costs to keep functioning: food, ale, replenishing arrows, ale, paying for more accommodations, repairing clothes, and ale. Unless this is the first turn of the campaign, you must pay gold marks to cover your upkeep costs. The costs are based on the number of members in the warband. So now we're going to do step 4, which is trade, and this is settlement only. So during this time, you can buy and sell equipment in any order you like. You can buy anything listed on the common goods table, but only one of each item can be bought per campaign turn. So I don't want to spend any gold marks at the moment. I have 3. So, or maybe do I want to sell possibly? Items can be sold for one gold mark per item if the town is enchanted. All right, so I'm not going to do that at this current moment. I mean, I've got some pretty decent equipment, and I'm going to hold on to my gold marks just in case I need them for, I don't know, maybe healing someone later down the line. So step 5 is going to be research. You may wish to do some prep work for the adventures ahead. During this step, you may carry out a roll for connections, or you may attempt to track down a camp or hideout. So I've learned my lesson as far as tracking down the camp or hideout at the current moment, so I'm definitely going to skip that aspect. And what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to roll for connections. Every character has contacts, people they have met, people they used to travel with, and war buddies, and old war buddies, and so forth. You may roll D100 to see if you hear from one of these contacts. The roll is optional if your plate is already full of things to do. So I do have a quest, so I think I may actually opt out of this aspect right here. Let's give it a try. Let's see what we get. So far, we only have the quest, but we have to get there within 2 campaign turns, or we have to get there within 2 campaign turns. So let's check out the D100. Let's do a D100. And we got a 65. So if you're in a town, if you are in the same map area as a town, you may take the offer of a contract. I might notate that. So, all right. So then now we're on to step number 6. So decide your adventure. Choose what you would like to do this campaign turn. The following options. So we can explore a location. We can battle an enemy threat, which I'm kind of leaning away from that. We can ride patrol, which I think that what I did was ride patrol and I ended up running into someone. I'm not sure yet. I can carry out a contract, I can rest up, or I can do a quest. Explored more in 90. Let's go to 91 real quick. So here's the adventuring stage. So we can explore a location. You explore or deal with anything that has been added to your map. Okay, we could do that. We can rest up, the safe option if you have multiple injured characters. We do not. We have 2 fresh new characters coming. We can battle the enemy. You can focus on earning adventure points, which are quite beneficial. And I don't think that I'm going to actually do the battle at the moment. Let's see, we can ride patrol, your option for a lower risk mission. So we've got ride patrol, your option for a lower risk mission. This involves patrolling the local area and looking out for bandits in trouble. Proceed to the patrol chapter to this section without a travel roll. I'm a little leery, but it does say low risk mission. So we can carry it. Well, we're not going to worry about a contract. Let's see. Select this option if you want to get paid. Ooh. This option is only available if a contract has been offered to you. Proceed to the contracts chapter of the section. This may require travel. So I'm kind of torn between these 2 right here. I think I might either ride patrol or carry out a contract. I wouldn't mind getting paid, but I don't know if it's going to be in gold marks, or what I'm looking for are adventure points. So, and we can do encounter locations. I'm not going to do that. Delves, you have discovered an old ruin or underground complex filled with dangers and the promise of treasure. That doesn't sound too bad. Let's see. And then we've got the unexplored location, and we added one of those right here to our map, an unexplored location. I think I'm going to attempt to ride patrol. I'm trying to figure out what we did last time. We did enemy hideouts last time, or enemy camps. One of them, either way it goes, we fled off the battlefield and lost 2 companions. So I think I'm going to, let's try riding patrol. So let's turn to 99, fingers crossed. So here we go. So you mount a quick patrol around the area looking for troublemakers and signs of banditry. When undertaking a patrol for the town watch, you are on the lookout for anything you might run into along the way. Patrols are often less risk and can be a good option for a weaker party or a party that is recovering from injuries. So we're gonna roll on the patrol encounter below to see what we find. Doom, doom, doom. I think we should do that. So we're gonna roll our D100. Let's see what we get. Let's see, we got a 92. So a wanderer who says they have seen something odd. An unexplored location to the current map area, you may explore it immediately if you wish. Maybe we can go into the mountains possibly. That's why you want to make sure you don't fill up your map. Maybe we'll go right here up into these mountains. I'm going to do this. This is going to be an unexplored location right here. So my red stars are going to be unexplored locations. So let's see, at various points in the game, you will be instructed to add an unexplored location to your map. If the text specifies that it is near a location, typically a settlement, add it to the same map area, which we did. Now, when reaching the location, roll D100 on the following table to determine what you find. So if the reveal, which is whatever is revealed there, leads to a location that can result in a battle such as a delve, you may explore it immediately or choose to wait. If a battle takes place, proceed to the encounters. So we can wait on that. Let's just they sent this out on patrol just to check it out. So let's be smart. We haven't, even though we've recruited these members, let's say that they're in the process of getting their belongings and packing things up so then we can travel to this next unexplored location. So they can travel with us, so they're prepping to get ready. So we're going to set out, the 4 of us are going to set out and just do a little bit of patrol while our other 2 crew members are doing whatever they're doing. So let's see, we're going to roll on that D100. What is that? It is a 25. Let's see, wilderness. Just untamed wilderness, nothing to do here, but it's very inspiring. Whew. So I was trying to keep this campaign turn as simple, and I don't think that you fight a battle during every single campaign turn. I'll say that the people from Kyosha sent us out to, they had maybe heard some noises or something, or people saw some things that saw some weird things in this area in the little wilderness by the mountains. They saw some things, so they sent us out onto this journey to see exactly what these things were. So we head out there and we realize it's nothing, just nature just doing its thing. So we come back and we let the people know that they've got nothing to worry about when it comes to this specific area right here, at least at the moment. But we'll definitely keep our eye out when we ride around here, just in case. You never know. Oh, sorry, I forgot this section right here. So once you decide your adventure, the next step 7 is outfit for your adventure. Once you know where you're going, select which equipment you will need going on your belts and in your packs. And this is kind of where you prep for your adventuring stage. Anything not packed is stashed somewhere safely in town or in your draft horse. Now, we already did the ride patrol and we found nothing at that particular location. So the next step would be the resolution stage. So during the resolution stage, you will check for injuries, which we have none, and any post battle effects, collect adventure points, which we won't get, and experience points, as well as roll for loot. So let's see, collect adventure points depending on the battle, which we did not fight a battle, which I honestly didn't want to fight a battle this round to be perfectly honest. So we're not going to worry about the adventure points, but hopefully we'll gain some adventure points along the way. So next thing we're going to do, step 2, is check for injuries. When we have no injuries, so we don't have to worry about the injuries. Check for advancement. During the campaign turn, your heroes will have acquired some XP if they survived an encounter, slain an aberration or enemy leader, or held the field, or achieved an objective during battle. During the stage, if any of your heroes has reached a new XP threshold, they make an advancement, which we probably won't make an advancement on that one either. And we didn't have any encounters, and that's how this hero advancement. So after each encounter, and we didn't have any encounters this time around, so we wouldn't gain any XP. We also didn't lose any people, so I feel like it's a win-win scenario. And this right here, step 5 would be you would roll for unusual finds. If you held the battlefield in the scenario, then you would roll a D100 on that table. I'm pretty sure we don't have to worry about this section right here, but again, I'm not complaining because I didn't lose anybody this stage around, and I wanted to show you guys how to kind of play, and I wanted to keep keep it simple. So then step 6. All right, so then the next thing we'd do would be settle in. If you are in the same map area as a settlement, you can begin the next campaign turn in town or in camp, as you prefer. If you are anywhere else, you will begin the next campaign turn in camp. And then this section right here, so we're going to begin the next campaign turn, which is campaign 3, in the town of Kyosha. I think it's a town. Yep, in the town of Kyosha. So the next thing we're going to do is step 7, news travel. So we're going to roll a D100. That's how we gained the quest last time. On the news table below, to see what happens reaches you from other lands. And that's going to be a 27. A monster has been spotted in the fog. Add a hidden monster lair to your region. Ooh, snickaboo. Alright, so this campaign turn, we're going to do some travel steps. Before we do those travel steps, I want to check out this quest area. We don't need to generate a quest. So we already know I don't think we need to roll on this table right here, because we know that it's going to be, the quest is in this actual unexplored area up here next to, or right outside of, Ryuki Village. So the next thing we're going to do is do the quest task. The second roll determines the type of task you will be completing. Note that each task still carries the normal objectives for the scenario type. Alright, so we're going to roll a D100 to see exactly what type of quest we're being sent into this area to fulfill or to accomplish. So we got a number 4, locate an artifact. So we're going to locate an artifact. Once you have acquired the artifact, you may retreat safely at any time. So, and then once we arrive at the location, then we're going to roll to determine what foe awaits us. So so we already know we're sent on a mission. Let's say someone from the Kyosha, the higher up, sent us on a mission to this area right here, which is an unexplored location. And we're going to obtain an artifact. Now we're going to roll on the travel chart. We're going to roll on the travel table to see exactly what occurs on our journey over into this unexplored area. So we're galloping on our horses. So we already know there's a cultist camp right here. So I think we're going to go around this way. So we're going to travel around this way to get right here. Let's roll on this travel table to see if any type of event actually happens along the way. So we got a 67. 67, waylaid by foes. You are attacked while traveling. Generate a defensive battle using the roadside enemies table. What the fudge? Afterwards, you may continue to your destination or set up camp. What the fudge? You know what? They say you often meet your destiny on the road you take to avoid it. Touche, universe, touche. Alright, so let's see, waylaid. I'm just going to write that down. I think we're going to go ahead and end our session. So I hope you enjoyed session 1 of 5 Leagues from Borderlands. Stay tuned for session 2. And make sure you also stay tuned to my 5 Parsecs from Home battle that I'll be doing very, very soon. 2 of my favorite games to play alone. Don't forget to make sure you hit that thumbs up button, make sure you comment, and make sure you subscribe, okay? Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on any of the cool content that I post on Fridays at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I hope you have a super fantastically awesome rest of your Friday. I'll see you guys back here next week, same time, Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and make sure you play something good and eat something good and watch something good. Let me know what you're watching, if you're watching any cool anime or TV shows. I'm watching Alien Earth, I think it is, on Hulu. My cousin put me onto it, and it's honestly pretty good. So let me know what you're watching, let me know what you're playing, and I'll see you guys next week